Let's take a look at a lab problem from section 2.2. Here it says a patient receives a 150 milligram injection of a drug every 4 hours, and the graph shows the amount F of T of drug in the bloodstream after T hours. So these are the hours that we have, T. So every 4 hours, 4, 8, 12, and 16. And then this is the amount of drug that's in there. So in the beginning, it was injected, 150 milligrams was injected, and then the body over time gets rid of the drug somehow, and then at 4 hours you inject another 150 milligrams, so it jumps up and then it starts going down again, and it does this step-by-step function kind of thing. And so we want to know what's happening at 8, limit as t approaches 8. So this is our point that we want to focus on. And step 1, x approaches 8 from the left side, the y value approaches. So if we go from the left side of 8, we're following this graph over here, and it's leading us down to this number, whatever this number is. So that looks like it's a little bit less than 150. I don't know how much less, so I'm going to have to guess. So maybe there's about 100 milligrams of the drug left. And so therefore the limit as x approaches 8 from the negative side of the function is going to be 100 milligrams. So let's check this. So they have 125, but they took 100 as something that was close enough. So you probably don't want to go 150 because that's definitely less than 150, and you probably don't want to go too low, like 50 or 25 or something. And so I put in 100, and then they took that value, but the correct answer is 125, so that's good enough. We'll play it. Now, as x approaches 8 from the right-hand side, the y values approach. So as we approach from the right-hand side, we have to look at this graph, and this graph is approaching this number over here. So that's a number that's closer to 300 than it is to 150. And based on their answer of 125, if this is 125 here, remember that each injection is 150 milligrams. So I would say 150 plus 125 would be my guess. So that would be 275. And if I would have went with my answer of 100, then I probably would be putting 250 in here. But since they gave us the answer of 125, I'm going to use 125. And let's submit and see if this is good. And it looks like it's good. And so now we've mastered it. So that's all there is to this problem, and this problem is focused on having you read the graph and try to figure out what the limits are based on the graph. And with a piecewise graph like this, you have to know which graph to use as you're approaching a particular limit. Okay, I hope that helps.